I'm going to be walking you through step-by-step on how to grow a profitable e-commerce business, including one unique approach that will help you set yourself up for success. Before we get started, I just want to say welcome to everybody new. My name is Aaron Pearson. I'm one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding. We've been helping frustrated store owners become impactful store owners through tutorials, tactics, and strategies. And if you want to support our channel, just make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our content. All right, so step number one is to believe in your product. And this starts with any business, but especially if you are a drop shipper or you're somebody who's doing print on demand. Most people are just grabbing a product because it's what they see generates a lot of revenue with a high profit margin and just ships it out. They never see the product themselves. They never do quality control. They don't treat it like an actual business. They think that it's going to be quote unquote passive income. And if you treat it like that, then it's going to pay you like a passive income side hustle, which is not a business. So what I would tell you to do is find a product that you like, that you know about, and that you've tested the quality, because that's going to show out through your products as well. If you don't believe in the brand, you don't believe in the product, it's going to be really hard to follow the rest of these steps because you're not going to be able to sell them successfully if nobody believes in the product, especially you. All right, so number two is to take amazing photos and videos. So our strategy and anybody's strategy online, it can work. There's no real lack of strategies that are out there, but something to think about is that if the strategy is not working, always go back to the creative. If the end customer isn't stopping the scroll, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, if it doesn't stop people scrolling, then there's something wrong with the creative. And you can fix most business problems with e-commerce if you have amazing product photography. I've seen brands who are brand new and brands who are super old. Both of them have nothing in common other than really great photography. And they will beat, most of the time, they will beat a brand who's been around for a very long time with better photography and better messaging. So if you think about this in your business and you think about a way that you can grow online and stand out, it's always going to come down to the creative. And thinking about unique ways to get in front of people is what can set you apart. And if you do this correctly, you're going to get cheaper eyeballs, especially for something like Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, which are mostly focused on good user engagement. You're going to get more likes, comments, and shares on better content. So use that whenever you're trying to grow your business and focus on the creative. All right, so stick around to the end. I'm going to be sharing with you one strategy to help you grow and scale your business no matter what industry that you're in. Before we jump into what I believe is the most valuable asset and strategy for your business, let's take a little bit more in-depth look at great product descriptions. And one disadvantage for you who are selling products online is that you don't have the advantage of looking and seeing and feeling and smelling the products in store. So whether you're going out there to the location yourself or you're walking in, doesn't matter, you get a different experience. So for example, when I'm shopping with my wife and helping her pick out clothes and going through these items, she's able to pick certain ones and narrow them down 2 or 3 different options. She's able to ask for help. She's able to go try them on, and very easily she can find out if these products are ones that she wants to wear or if she wants to return. And I would say that like at most places, especially in a retail location, you can go in, try on the products, and they have a spot for you to kind of discard. The only good thing about e-commerce is you can add things to your cart and see the product descriptions or add it to your cart and discard. So one advantage for you to sell more products online to grow profitably is to focus on really good descriptive text to draw people into scenarios where they're going to be able to use your product or service. So I'm gonna give 2 examples here, one for clothing, one more on the technology based. Doesn't matter what it is, except for if the price point is higher, you're gonna need more information about how somebody's gonna be able to use your product online and whenever they receive it. So the first one I wanna go to is actually Nordstrom, and we'll just go to the men's section here. So you can pick anything. I'm gonna do outdoor boots. Does not matter what it is. Nordstrom sells a variety of different products, so you could see a variety of different product descriptions. But what you're gonna notice here is, I think it's funny actually that I clicked on men's boots and I think they're pulling up women's, but regardless, what they give you is a great product description. They tell you what it's for. So these are all-terrain stability, meets all conditions for comfort, lightweight, waterproof hiking boots built on signature runner performance technologies. So this is perfect for that person who wants to add stability, wants super lightweight, and I like the fact that they're waterproof. The picture enhances the waterproof. They actually have water on them. But most people would stop there. They don't really go into the description as much. They don't talk about adjectives or what you would use it for. And then they would just move on. What's good about this brand is that they also talk about the size info. It's true to size, which everybody wants to know. They also give you details about how to care for the product and how you should wear the product. They're telling you every single detail you could possibly think about, all the way up to the laces. Now, this is a $300 shoe. So depending on the price point for that product, it would need more description, it would need more details. And you may think this is a ton of work, and that's because it is, but I almost guarantee you that they are selling a lot of these boots because they are so descriptive. Now, you can use a little bit of Nordstrom's ideas here to steal or borrow ideas for how to make this more successful. But really, in a nutshell, you want to make a couple of things happen. One, you have to have some kind of adjective to describe the product. You need to have a real life situation that somebody can see themselves in, and then you need to have details about the product, how it fits and the material that it's made of. All right, so let's move over to a more technology-based product. And this is something that I've been looking at for a while and actually do own one now. So highly shout out to for you guys to try them. So the Theragun, I was looking at them and I was like, okay, so I've looked at them for a while. I've seen reviews. They've done really good influencer marketing, but really what makes you want to buy the product is they're really good videos, photos, which we talked about earlier, and then the product description. So I want to read this really quickly to you. I think it will be helpful as you read over this. It said, the motor So let me read this to you. The motor we needed didn't exist, so we invented it. So basically, it goes through and has products or pictures and videos that describe the product and go through it completely. But it goes through all the objections that people have, like, okay, if it's a motor, it's gonna be super loud. Is it actually gonna work? Like, this is supposed to be some kind of deep tissue massage. Is it lightweight? What's going on? It's supposed to go 60% deeper for a deep tissue massage than other places. It's quieter. It has it's for all different types of people: runners, cyclists, people who work out, people who sit at desks all day. So they go through so many different examples in their descriptions of putting real life scenarios for you as the customer without ever having to go and try the product, because you have good photos and good videos to show how it works. And then they get rid of any types of objections and lets you paint the scenario where you would use it. And it also, as an added benefit, side note anyway, it pairs with all of the Apple Health and pairs with a bunch of other things that you probably already use, and they're just adding on to and more so value stacking, as you will, for this product. So I would highly suggest check out this Theragun, but look at it if you have a price point that's that $300, $400, $500 plus. You're gonna need almost a full page to sell one product, and that's okay. If you're just trying to sell a $500 item or a $500 product and you have 4 or 5 lines, it's probably not gonna sell that well. So spend time on your product descriptions. It's one of those things where you do it once and it's gonna be very successful for you long term, and you can make changes. All right, so number 4 is website conversion. If you're sending traffic to your website that does not convert, it doesn't matter what you have in place, whatever kind of marketing strategy, whether it's paid ads or organic, no matter how many people land on your site, if it doesn't convert, if it doesn't answer the question of how it's going to benefit the person who lands on your site, then you're not going to get any sales, or you're going to get less sales. So for example, if you're a $10,000 a month business and a 1.5% conversion rate on like a Shopify store, just by increasing that to 3%, which is getting closer to that average, you go from a $10,000 a month business to a $20,000 a month business by only fixing your website conversion rate. So when you are building your site, make sure that you can do it yourself completely. That's no problem. Do it yourself, but find a theme that's going to work for your business, and find the product descriptions and find the information that you need to answer the question for the people who are visiting your site. If they don't have an answer to their question, or you don't answer the problem that they have, then they're going to leave to go find somebody else who does. And remember, these are just baseline numbers, but I would try to get your site up to that 3% conversion rate, if not higher. We have clients who are doing 7 or 8%, which is very, very high. But Think about the amount of money that you can be generating by just going from a 1.5 to a 3% conversion rate. And I honestly wouldn't do any more marketing strategy or try to add on any of these other things until you figured out your store conversion rate and have a baseline to continue to improve on, because that is what's going to help you scale your business. Not more marketing, not more product descriptions that don't have good conversion rates. That's not going to help your business move in the right direction. So focus on the website conversion rate. Really, this should be number one, but you do need the other things in place. You do need traffic first, but be focusing on website conversion rate. All right, the part that you've been waiting for, and the one area you must have in business to be successful long term, and that is email, and then I would say a little slash, we can add a little slash here, SMS marketing. And this is honestly something that for us, we neglected or didn't pay as much of attention to in the very beginning, and it cost us. I don't know what it cost us, but it did cost us time, it cost us money, it probably cost us a lot of other resources. And the e-commerce businesses that I have worked with and that we know about is that the larger the email list, the larger the people who they have their phone number for SMS, the more successful the business is. It really just comes down to that. Because, and think about it this way, you may be seeing that, okay, email is archaic, it's old, it's, let's get over that fact. I actually talked to a guy last week who said, yeah, I have email, but I don't do anything with it. I don't check it myself. So they had this own personal bias towards whether or not they would collect email addresses or phone numbers because they didn't use it. Well, what we do know is that email is the only thing that's connected to almost everything else. Your bank account, your social media, everything that you have out there is a correspondence through email. So what happens is business is done via email. Social media is to attract people to your site. Your site would hopefully convert them. If not, you collect an email address or a text message. Because remember what I said earlier, 3 out of 4 people do not make it back to your site. So adding an email and SMS, depending on the size of your product, will nurture people over time so that you don't lose them and you stay top of mind, and eventually they would make a buying decision or they'll opt themselves out. SMS, email is right now the most profitable piece in your business until there's something else that comes around. I know there's Messenger, I know there's other things that are out there, but all of those things are still connected to an email address. And if you think about it this way, you don't own any traffic to your site, even though you own the Shopify site. You don't own any of that data. You have access to it, but you own a very small portion of that. You don't own your Facebook followers. You don't own Instagram. You don't own YouTube. All of that is owned and predicated by the other platforms. So if you got in trouble or whatever else and they cut off your pages, it all goes away. What you do own is email and SMS. So if you are looking to grow and scale a profitable business, all of these areas are important. But if you had to pick one thing that will make you successful, whether you jump from one product to another or build a brand somewhere else, the one thing that's going to help you no matter what is going to be the email and SMS marketing. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to hear from you. Comment yes if this added any type of value to you and your business. And if you like this video, please make sure that you hit that like button. That sends information to YouTube and allows us to show this video to more people and continue to grow and create amazing content for you. All right, guys, that's it for this week, and we'll talk to you next time.